literally with just, I don't know what, like my mind was just blank. And I just feel like I was struggling to be content, and like random just waves and like clouds of discouragement come over me, and I'm always tempted to like lean into that and to settle there instead of like, you know, fighting back with the word and fighting back with what God says. And so it was just hard. And then I was just like, okay, let me go about my day, because this one right here was like, she was just gonna come over and then she couldn't come over, and so I'm just like, I just go about my day, like I don't want to, she's busy. And then she texted me later, like, and then I saw an hour after she texted me, she's like, oh, I can come over now. And I was like, oh, okay. And automatically, like, anytime God does something like that, I'm like, bro, like, it has to be God. Like, I'm always like, I'm like, he's on to something. And so like just the conversation that we were just having now, like, what did you say? Like, you're just saying like you think this is like deeper than just a friendship. And I was like, yeah, I think so too. And I think like just both of us going through the same thing at the same time, like, because I was saying it's hard to like sit in the in between, get my thoughts together, because it's hard like when you have unbelief and belief at the same time, when you're struggling with discontentment and also contentment, when you're struggling with discouragement and also being happy. And like I think that's what I tend to do. I always lean into the dark side, like lean into darkness, not lean into darkness, hold up, but like lean into the sadness, lean into the discouragement, lean into the discontentment, rather than surrendering that to God and saying, God, I do believe, but help my unbelief. And so just me saying that, like, I spoke to myself and I was like, wow, like, that's good. And then I was like, I think what helps in the in-between, like when, like, while he's taking that time to heal your unbelief and to give you sight and to help you to perceive, I was like, what keeps you then? Because that's really like a hard place to be. And I was like, bro, it's literally like just his love. Like, it's just like sitting and resting in his presence. And literally the song Purify Love was on too, Madison Ryan Ward. And I was just like, and then when she was saying that, like, I think this friendship is deeper than that, I was like, this is like what it is right now, because like I feel so much love that like he's just like giving me you, and you weren't even supposed to be like here today, and then like, you know, we're headed back to your house. And the fact that we can just have these conversations, and like he just moves like so intentionally like in this friendship, and like I just experience his love through that, because that's just such a blessing. And then also like the power of presence. So yeah, the power of presence, resting in his love in between the healing. Yeah,
I think like for so long I literally like I just reject his love, like even for this friendship. I just like I'm never able to enjoy it because I don't see that it's him blessing me. And I know that verse is like every good and perfect gift comes from above. And it's like I find discontentment because I don't truly believe that like this is him. Or like I don't know, like I just think I reject his love in his hand sometimes. Even in the small things. Even that's what like I'm asking for, that's what I want. And I feel like you said, like we either lean into like a discontentment or like the not darkness, but like the sadness. And I feel like when I have faith and when I actually believe in him, I get scared because I'm like I just know like this is not gonna last, or like or I just have fear like I'm just gonna like fall again, or like I'm just like my situation still hasn't changed, or like I just get so scared of actually like getting to those places. So I just like reject his joy in like the hard times, even though like the joy of the Lord is our strength. I feel like it's also like a distrust in him. Like it just makes it like, and then I'm just like against myself, because like then really you're rejecting his love, and then you're rejecting his joy in your struggle, and it's like, well, what do you want to do? Yeah. Like, what will you choose?
up and down
all the time. But I feel like his grace, like I really do feel like today, and just like what I've been like thinking and experiencing like the past 2 days, like I think I'm growing to like stop fighting. And I just or like just my feelings really right now, like affecting my life later on. But like he still has a good plan, and like I question like the podcast or like my desires to like preach his word and stuff. Like, am I really even gonna do that or like equipped for that?
Yeah.
Because of how I am right now, and it's just like how hard it's been.
Yeah. I was thinking that too.
And it's like, what do you do like when that passion is kind of just like not fading away, but like you're in a place where you just can't see anything.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just a whole lot. It's a whole lot to think about, and a whole lot like you can go through that day or week, like just a million things. And I don't even mean like how, you know, people in the world be like, oh, I'm just like anxious this, like a million things on my mind, like thinking about worldly things, or like I got this and that to do. But it's like I feel like it's different.
Yeah.
It's like thoughts that just generally like.
Yeah, it's actually like, it's not even like I'm stressed with life. Like I have, like you said, like it's not like I have things to do.
Yeah. It's different.
It's literally all in your head.
It really is. And then at that point, it's like, is it worth it? Like, what is like it worth thinking like this all the time? Like, what is it? Like, something really has to change. But I feel like even through it, his grace is just shining. Because like when you think about it, like we wake up every morning, and it's just like the simple things that I want to be grateful for. Like that I just want to like see him in the simple things again, instead of making it so hard. But I just can't stop, of course, like my yearning to just grow more and learn more and like just know everything.
In that Priscilla Shire video, like how the dissatisfaction like actually is the beginning of the journey towards growing. The moon looks so beautiful, and I was staring at the moon yesterday in the sunset, and I was like, God, like he did that.
And like I don't want to look at things and like not see him in it.
Yes.
Because I feel like it's the small things that make you draw closer to him. Like looking at the moon, and then looking at the sunset, like recognizing where that comes from.
Yeah.
So I just like want to get back to a place of like seeing him through it all. Like he's still good. Like he's God. And he loves us. He loves me. Regardless.
Yeah, I used to think that was really cringe, but it's just crazy. Like, how you said in the podcast, this lake does not smell swell. Anyways, like, I lost my train of thought. Oh, what was I gonna say? Yeah, like how does God like literally change your heart? And like once upon a time, literally like a little bit over a year ago, like I was like, bro, that's so cringy. Like how people just like, you know, like they just look at stuff and be like, oh my gosh, God created, like, yes, God created this, but like, okay, like whatever. But guys, and it wasn't like hormonal stuff. Like this, like I'm normally good, and I was just looking up at the birds, and I kid you not, like I just started to like get teary-eyed, and I was just thinking about God, and I was like he put those up there, and like there's birds flying in the sky, and the sky is like the sky is what they know. I don't know how to explain it, but I was just thinking, like I was like God, like it's just like I don't know. I was just like, God is good, like, and when I look at like things, like when I look at certain animals, I'm like, he's so creative too. And like I don't, like I said, like I don't want my dissatisfaction or my discontentment to cloud that. Like,
Is it this way or? It's this way.
but yeah, like I don't want to just miss out on everything I could be thankful for and joyful in.
Yeah. And I feel like I love how like I used to think I just love how I just love how like the animals, they're obedient. They're not worried. Like they do their job. The birds fly as they should. They feast as they should. Like they do as they should. Like there's no worry with the animals. Like animals legit are just, they do as God intended to do. And I don't know, for some reason at some point like that really had affected me. Like I just want to be like the birds. Like,
Yes.
like they're just, they soar
and they don't worry.
They don't worry.
don't even know how to be human. Like, I'm just struggling. But this is helping me like a lot. It's like being with you and being able to talk about all of this.
I think I also stress even in these moments. See, it's just too much. Like, I think I stress like even in these moments, like just missing him. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm talking about you, but like, I still need your presence. Like, I still need you. Like, it's like, I don't know, but I feel like I'm learning. Okay, buddy. I don't want to miss him. Even after talking about all this, I just want him.
And like, I want to be able to like give each other truth too. And that's what I want to get better at, just like as a friend and on the podcast. Like, just like, let me just speak the word, like plain, and like it's just the word.
Because I feel like sometimes, like, I don't want us to get to a point where we just like relate to each other all the time. And like, I thought we do that now, but like,
That we're late to each other.
Relate to each other. Like, that we like get to a point where all we do is like relate and not like,
Relate.
yeah, and not like use the authority that we have over each other to like each other up and carry our burden, like carry like our burden.
Right.
But I still feel like we do that, like
We do.
and we help each other, like as speaking, like we speak the truth, like
Yeah.
as we speak together. But all I'm really focused on now, like I just want to live. Like, I generally just want to live, and my mind has been like my like biggest enemy for so long. And it's like, if my mind can do this, and like if I give my mind to God, like how much more can He actually use my mind for His good? Like use my mind for Him.
I never thought about that.
Like
I think I only thought it's my mind is like literally like the enemy. Like, I never thought about what it could be if.
But it's like I also like through this I know that like I have a good mind. Like I have a mind that can be used for Him. Like I know I do. If I just continue learning to like just let Him have it and let Him have His ideas and His way in my mind. Like I was thinking like more confidence, you know, like just confidence and just living.
Yeah.
And of course His word, but more confidence in His grace. I always look to my mom. Like I always look to my mom, like in her relationship with God. Just like how are you living right now? Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
What was that? Oh yeah, just like what you said, like His grace and stuff. Oh, I love this one too. So what am I doing? Like, that truly will draw a different response out of you, grasping His love. And that's why the Israelites struggled so bad. It's just because they didn't grasp His faithful love. In Psalm 78 it says that. It literally says that. Because they did not grasp His faithful love. And we start to like get like this when we don't grasp His grace, when we don't grasp His love. And that's all I want. But like, even if we don't grasp it, it still keeps us.
Like literally. Like whether we recognize it or not, whether we acknowledge it or not, it's still there.
Yeah.
You just have
And
to
I love that
receive
about
it.
God, because I couldn't function like as somebody in the world still, because that's how I was functioning, and I was about to not be functioning anymore. I was about to be like I was on my last straw.
Yeah.
Like, actually the straw was cut in half, and I was on my last half.
1/4 of that. Cut that in
Yes.
half.
Yes.
That's actually
The
really.
last centimeter of a straw. That's how I was living when you think that you have the power to control reality. So then what happens when you get depressed? Who's gonna pull you out of that? because, oh, okay, yeah, I'm in charge of my own life. I can do whatever I want. But that's, I guarantee you, because that's how I felt, how people end up like most people end up taking their lives is because of certain hopelessness, because it's a scary, scary, scary place to be when it's just you and you're in your thoughts and you're scared because this is me. All I have is me, my thoughts, and I. That's a terrifying place to be, even when you don't acknowledge God. Like in the world, like I was scared and like I almost had a whole panic attack for like the first and only time, is because in my mind I was like, it's just me, myself, and I. Like, who's gonna pull me out? Like, I'm stuck with my thoughts. I'm stuck with myself. But I love that, like, we have a God outside of us, and what we believe does not change who He is. Like how when we were in at the retreat, and he said like, if you go out and ask somebody, okay, do I exist? They might not know I exist, and they'll say no, but that don't change the fact that I'm still here. That don't change the fact that I still am who I am. And so like I just like, there's a certain security when God can be God without you. Like with, like, I just
need us to function as himself.
That was so good. I think I was gonna make that into a clip on the podcast when you said that. When you said, can I trust you to be God without me?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Was that the podcast? No, that was in the car.
That was me and a random.
Yes, that was really good. Yeah. And that's so real. Like, can you trust God to be God without you?
It's so crazy because we're so young, so it's like the things we're really stressed about, it's not even about the world. Like, it's not really about God. Like, that's the thing that be getting me stressed the most. Like, it's really not life. And we're so young, like, having these thoughts, like, can I really, like...
We're 17. Saying that out loud, just kind of like, what the heck? What the heck?
Why are we so...
But I think this is good, because like you said, I think this is deeper than just a friendship.
Yeah.
Because He's doing something in us, so He can use us and work through us.
I think like I got to a certain point, I was like, you know what? I can't do this. Don't even use me no more. Like, I can't do this. Like I'm
what
like,
she said, let refining be something.
Cool.
In the song, Madison. It was one of her lyrics. I don't know. I forgot it. Yeah, I don't know. Like, this is a certain type of comfort that I'm feeling now, and like, just thank you for being here.
Thank you for being
here. Y'all need them people that be standing out here. All right, let me just end it here. Bye, guys. I hope you
be blessed.
Yeah, be blessed.
Hello. I have 2 orders.